Welcome back. I don't know if you've noticed or not a pattern between young things and old things. Young things usually taste sweet. Old things, when they've been around for a while, they taste a lot more bitter. They're harder, they're more stiffer. Like plants, for example. When you eat young leaves, young shoots, even plants, any kind of young plant, they're sweeter, they're softer, they're just a joy to eat. But when they get older, for example, leaves on trees, I don't know, a lot of people don't know this if they haven't been watching my stuff for a while, but a lot of trees, the leaves are actually quite edible, and they're good for you when they're young, when they're just, in springtime. But then by the time summer, fall comes and the leaves become bigger, they just become really stiff and bitter, and just there's not much nutrients left in the leaf. Well, it's like that with people too, with anything. That's why people are attracted to young people, because they still have this youthful glow, the smooth skin, they're more desirable for so many reasons. But then when they get older, they become like, whatever you want to say, wrinkled, bitter, hard, inflexible, all those things. I see this all the time in the comment section. A lot of these people who are bitter are usually like middle-aged men. A lot of them are, because they're just getting bitter with life. They're not fun to be with. They start having relationship problems. They think their life's not going to go anywhere anymore. They're just unhappy. They're more inflexible. They're not changing with the times. You got to be flexible to change with the times. That's one of the things that you need in order to adapt with everything in life. Adaptability is everything. So part of success is the ability to adapt, to adjust, to grow with the times. And the older people get, the more calcified they get in their way, plus the food they ate, they make them more stiffer, more calcified. They start getting arthritis, their bones start getting stiffer, their joints. A lot of it is because of the way they eat, but it also reflects in the way that they think. They're not flexible anymore. They're stuck in their ways and nothing's going to change. It's the old ways or no way. Well, sorry, you're not going to get far in life if you have this rigid, stubborn, stiff attitude. Stiff in a storm, when there's a hurricane. You know why palm trees survive hurricanes so well while other trees, they just snap off? It's because palm trees are flexible. They just flow and they flex, just like in life. The more flexible you are, the further you're going to get, because the storm isn't going to kill you. It's not going to snap you off and kill you. You have to be flexible. You have to be able to adapt with your mind, with your body, with everything. That's part of success. That's why older people become more bitter, and that's not fun to be with. They're calcified and stuck, and that's not a formula for success. Younger people, they're willing to adapt instantly. Their mood changes quicker, but because they just adapt, they're more flexible. And that's a big secret of success, is being able to adapt quickly and keep your mood up. Everybody's got bad days and bad moods and everything, but the ability to snap back from that quickly and think of other ways to do things and to adjust, that's part of what you need to be successful in anything. Again, success is not necessarily about money, it's about everything in life. Your relationships. Why do you think people's relationships start falling apart when they're in their middle ages? Their bodies are falling apart and their mind is becoming stiffer and they're rigid in their ways and they just don't fit anymore because they're not flexible. They're not doing the things that keep them young and flexible. And if you were doing the right things that keep you young and flexible, it's not eating the wrong foods, it's exercising, keeping your mind, flexible and all that. If you did that, you would still be good looking and thin and flexible and attractive and everything. Attraction is not just physical, it's everything. However you are mentally, you usually are physically. The way that you are physically, a lot of times reflects mentally and spiritually and emotionally and all that. If you treat your body in a way that makes it glow and thrive and be flexible and strong and all that, then you will probably be emotionally and mentally the same way. A lot of times. Of course, there's always exceptions, but the point is, the odds are in your favor if you start doing all that stuff. And I said this in the previous video, fear is what keeps people from stepping forward into new worlds, new realms, new ways of doing things. And you got to be flexible. You got to be open to the new stuff. That's part of growth in life. All living things need to learn to grow and adapt and adjust to whatever the situation is in order to survive, people included. So stop the stiffening process. Stop calcifying yourself. Stop becoming rigid in your ways. Become more flexible. Open your mind. Open your ability to do new things. It doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter. There are people out there. I should post some videos. There's some amazing people that are in their 80s who are doing gymnastics. You know, there's a woman in Germany that's doing, what do you call that, the double bar thing, where she's flipping around and doing stuff that people in the Olympics do. There's no excuse. Keep yourself in shape. Keep yourself physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, all of the above. And don't just sit there and gripe at the world. Learn to adapt and grow and be flexible. Don't become stiff. Don't become hardened and miserable and bitter. Bitter is, you want to be sweet. You want to be sweet and young and flexible and all that stuff that makes you be a part of the world that's going places. Yeah. Okay. Do it. All right, I'll see you in the next video.